Hey everyone, it's DeAnna from DeAnna Scraps, and I am here with a process video for the Crafty Maven Getaway channel. And this is for Sketch It Out Thursday. And in the beginning of the video, you saw a couple of images. One was the inspiration piece for the week, and another was a sketch that I'm using today. So the sketch is actually from Ashley Horton Designs, and the inspiration piece, what I took from it was a couple of things. The first thing was the colors. There were certain images that reminded me a lot of the documentary collection from Dear Lizzie. And so I decided to pull that out. And then there was also a section in the inspiration that had typed out words. And so that inspired me to get my typewriter down. It's not been very accessible to me lately. Well, I should say for a good while now. But I went ahead and decided to pull it down, and I found a space for it in my scrap space. It's not as easily accessible, but it's not super accessible now, but it's better than it was before. So I did do my journaling off on my typewriter this time. So I know I skipped a few things here while I was talking, but basically I was using a cut file that I received. I think it's a free cut file that you get from the Hip Kits, and it's, if you sign up on their website and have like where you receive their emails and things like that, you can get this free cut file. You don't have to be subscribed to their kits. But that was one for August, and it has two different versions of hearts, both of which I can back with pattern paper, and so that's why I picked those. And I did cut this circle on my silhouette, and I also did some stitching around it. I believe that's the only stitching I do on the layout, but I really wanted to just kind of give it that finishing touch for the circle. And I have these two pictures of my cat, and I swear I've scrapbooked these before. Sometimes I get confused because I don't know if I did it in Project Life and not at 12 by 12, but some photos I do both, so I don't know, I get confused. But anyways, my cat is so silly. Like, sometimes she is like kind of mean, and you can't even like go near her, and she's just eyes you up like she's gonna attack you, and other times she'll just let you do anything. So she was laying on top of my chair in my previous scrap area, and I just took my sweatshirt and I put it over her like a blanket, and I swear she thought that was the greatest thing. So she let me go ahead and cover her up with my sweatshirt. So I took a couple of pictures. All of the pattern papers that I use for this layout are from the documentary collection. I have been using, I actually ended up with two of the pattern paper books for this collection, and I don't remember how that happened, but I know that I really love the collection, so it's okay. I do dig into both books, if I don't have like a certain paper or have used it all up. So we'll see how long I go with that, but I do really like the colors in the collection. So I'm gonna play around a little bit with these hearts and try to get them. I really felt like as I was putting them on there that you couldn't see them because it's, I'm using the same white white cardstock for the background as I did for the hearts. And so they really just kind of blend in. So I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I do try to play around a little bit with outlining one of the hearts, but I don't go that route. So I'm just adding some foam. I'm almost finished with this big bag of the foam that I had left over from some cards that I made a couple of years ago. So I'm getting there. I'm using it up. And here's where I decided to try and see if I wanted to do the outlining. And as much as I do like outlining, I just felt like I wanted the layout to not be as messy with the outlining, because once I outline something, I feel like I have to outline everything, and so I just didn't want to do that. So, and especially because I had already done the stitching around the circle. So here's where I'm just going to add some India ink to the layout. And that's actually a part of something that's on the sketch anyways. So the sketch does have splatters that go from the top to the bottom, or, you know, just vertically on the layout. And so I probably would have added those anyways, but in the end, it really does help with the hearts showing up. So, and I have been using India ink. I did get one question on my channel about whether or not it was acid free, and I don't notice it saying acid free. It says non-toxic, which, you know, is not acid free. So, but I'm okay with that. I'm one of those that's not extremely picky with things being acid free. So just an FYI in case you were wondering about that. But here you can see now that those splatters are there, it's much easier, or much, you can see the hearts a lot better. And so I'm just layering those hearts on the page, similar to how they are, you know, in the sketch. All right, so I'm not 100% sure why I did this, but I think it was because I wanted more ink down by that green heart, or just kind of in that right hand side. Just because, you know, part of the reason why I was doing it was to make the heart show up a little bit better. So, and I think I grabbed that ink versus the India ink just because it would dry a lot quicker. Which India ink does dry pretty quick, but the Shimmer's inks dry really fast. So, and then I was showing you here, this is one of the Amy Tan collections, the sticker sheet there, and I believe it was Finders Keepers, but I don't have the packaging anymore, so I'm just basing that on the fact that, I don't know, there was a sticker that said Keeper or something. But anyways, the colors match really well, which I guess makes sense because, you know, they're both American Crafts brands, but it just happened to match really well with the collection that I was using. So I used a couple of stickers, and, you know, I ended up really loving especially that flower down there on the right hand side. I thought that was really cute, sticking out the journaling. And I did stick all that journaling down. I just cut strips from the typewriter. I'm a loss for words right now. I typed on some cardstock and I cut that out, and at some point I glued that all down, but I must not have recorded it, so I do end up doing a little bit of a close-up though. And for this sticker, I did put it on white cardstock and just cut it out because I wanted to be able to move it around, and I also just wanted more of a white background on that sticker versus being able to see the pattern paper, because I did suspect that I was going to put it on top of that flower paper. So, and then you probably, if you watch my videos, you probably know this about me. I am not like super creative with my titles. Like in fact, I love packs like this where the title is basically there for you. So I love this one. It says Meet Cute, and I went ahead and put that there. And then I'm adding some of these Pink Fresh Studio wood veneer hearts, and I like these little borders too, and I decided to add that on the left hand side of the photo. I'm just putting that back in the packaging, and I have kind of a stack of supplies off to the left hand side there. I pulled all those out thinking that there might be something that would go with the layout. So, and for this one, I noticed right away that little chipboard sticker says So Happy. It matches the peach heart that's off on the right hand side, and so that I thought that would be good to have at least one more thing on the layout that matched that. And there's where the journaling is. I think I realized that I didn't record that or show that. So, and then the last touch is just to add some of these gold puffy hearts. And I'm pretty sure that is the end of the layout. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.